Sustainable architecture is a term that describes environmentally conscious designing techniques in architecture. It seeks to minimize the negative environmental impact of buildings by enhancing efficiency and moderation in the use of materials, energy, and development space. The idea of sustainability or ecological design is to ensure that our actions and decisions today do not inhibit the opportunities of future generations. The Moreava cabins are a great example of sustainable architecture. They offer a low-impact yet comfortable retreat on a remote island. They were conceived by AATA Associate Architects to provide environmentally sensitive accommodations that connect simple design strategies paired with low-tech, resource-efficient building. Incorporating prefabricated building techniques with low water and energy needs, the cabins respect the island's cultural and environmental legacy. They are located in Chile, between Maunga Terevaca and Ranocao volcanoes. Angaroa, which is the specific location of this complex, is a really exotic touristic location, in which AATA architects designed this project as a retreat for those eco-friendly visitors that wanted to be in contact with nature. The architects involved were Nicole Gottlieb and Sebastián Cerda. This group takes into consideration the climate conditions in which they are going to construct and the way they affect their design. Also, they try to design projects that are energy efficient and don't have a negative impact in the environment where they are going to be located. They originally started with the idea of Moreava Cabins when they saw an opportunity to create a tourist complex on Easter Island in 2009. Analyzing the tourist market on the island, the AATA Architect Group realized most sectors were well developed, spanning from luxury hotels to private homes and camping. However, one sector was not covered: family-friendly cabins, which meet certain quality standards. Then, when they started designing the cabins, they realized a very particular design will be required in order to correspond to the unique and delicate context of the island. The construction process, material resourcing, and daily usage of the cabins had to have minimal impact on the very fragile environment of Easter Island. Taking everything into account, the project was developed with the idea of prefabricated design. The entire prefabrication was finally executed on the continent and then shipped by boat. This ensured minimal local impact and avoided the use of any material from the island. The design of the model emerges from the optimization of common materials available on the market. For example, modulation between pillars is 120 cm is half the length of a plate, resulting in less waste of material. In order to achieve minimal interventions with the natural terrain, all cabins hover over ground on single pillars. This preserves the natural water absorption of the earth and allows for natural air ventilation underneath the floor, eliminating any potential moisture problems. Additionally, the designers managed to conserve local species of plants and shrubs, making them an integral part of the overall design and ambience. The project celebrates sustainable design in a challenging environment where its impact can be the most beneficial. The cabins were built on the Chilean mainland and placed on piers to eliminate the need for local resources and to protect the native vegetation. The piers placement was carefully planned to protect the floor system from moisture damage. Because of the moderate climate, the cabins do not need insulation. This allows the lightweight, exposed scissor roof and walls to become the primary design element. Each of the 9 cabins can accommodate up to 6 people. However, they're cleverly designed to maintain privacy despite the close quarters. The secret is offset panels of glass that run height on one side and low on the other, eliminating direct lines of sight between the cabins while still allowing access to plenty of indirect light. Cross ventilation through the windows maintains the interior climate. The steel roof is offset from the roof deck to allow hot air to escape. Even though water taps are available, each of the cabins has a rain catchment and filter system to provide water for primary needs. Rainwater is located and stored for reusage in the cabins, and solar collector provide the right temperature to use it in the kitchen and toilets. Water is heated by low-cost solar batch water heaters extended from rooftops, which require no electricity. Instead, they use thermosiphoning, which eliminates the need for imported fuel. Electricity on the island is produced by a power plant burning diesel brought by tanker ships. Therefore, the shelters get renewable energy through solar panels on the roof. The Morava Cabins blend low-tech off-grid system with low-impact building to offer a comfortable retreat in a sensitive environmental area. In our opinion, this design isn't only attractive and interesting, it corresponds to the environment where it's located and also manages to merge with it, rather than imposing itself. Considering aspects like rainwater collection and energy efficiency make this complex not only a peace and a nice place to stay and get in contact with nature, but also a great example of sustainable design.